start back up with the MVP award. Frank, who did you have in that?
I had Matt Kemp, and he is having, he's 9 points short of the average lead, but if he had that, he would be Triple Crown.
All right, speaking of that call-in, it's upon us right now. Getting everything set up. We'll be good to go.
I'm fucking...
Hello? No? All right, we're back on that MVP. All right, maybe now. Who knows? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, who are we speaking with?
Derek Jeter.
How are you doing?
Good. Yankees are losing 2-1, but I'm all right.
All right, well, I think if that score changes a little bit, we'll be a little happier.
This is an internet show, right?
Yes, hello, everyone. This is Chuck Knoblauch we got with us.
I can talk shit?
Yes, you can.
Whatever you want. I like it.
He only said Logan was in the room. Who else is in there? The other two white guys?
Yeah, we got all three of us. We got a fourth
you guys
one.
Are probably all black, I bet.
Nah, there's only one black guy. Don't give them any credit. It's fucking Trent.
How are you guys?
We're doing pretty good in here. We're having a good night. How about yourself?
Good. Just hanging out, man.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
Congrats on the newborn, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a handful.
Handful?
I'm too old for this shit.
A lot of fun, though, huh?
Yeah, until she's like 14, probably.
All right.
You're going to jail when she's 14, right? Because I know when my daughter becomes 14, 15, she starts dating, I'm definitely going to jail.
Remington, that's what my buddy says.
Well said, well said.
Remington.
All right, Chuck, I just want to talk about, I want to give the people a little career line. Because the career was nice, buddy. 289.
All right.
It was... It's respectable, absolutely.
A lot more than respectable.
Career 289 hitter, almost 2,000 hits, a 4-time All-Star, a 4-time champion. 1 Gold Glove, Rookie of the Year 1991. I have your rookie card, by the way. Will you please autograph it?
We'll devalue it. It'll be down to like 1 cent probably if I autograph it.
No way. You got 1 Gold Glove, 2-time Silver Slugger for a second baseman. I mean... that's a respectable line to me. I watch some baseball and that looks good to me. Plus I'm a Yankee fan, so fucking Chuck Knoblauch. That's it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I wouldn't change anything.
No, there's nothing you would change?
No.
How about, I know you were drafted in 86 by the Phillies.
Right.
Would you?
I would have gone, but I had a broken leg. I broke my leg my senior year in high school in like the 3rd or 4th game of the season.
Oh, really? How'd you do that?
Sliding in the second, actually. Breaking up. I hit the guy right on his knee, and it like not shattered, but it cracked my tibia.
How long?
Bone,
Damn, isn't that like, that's like the hardest bone in your body?
That was painful.
Yeah, how long were you out for? The whole
that was like March, and then I didn't sign with the Phillies. I wanted to. My dad wouldn't really let me. And I ended up going to A&M, and then I missed the whole fall season. And then I was cleared to do everything in January. So about 10 months, man. I didn't even have surgery or anything, so it just took a long time to heal.
That's a man right there.
Tearing on that bone and stuff like that. So
that's Texas right there, right?
You got a lot of pussy to help ease the pain, right?
What's that?
You got a lot of pussy to help ease the pain, right?
Yeah.
Well,
we knew that one was coming.
Clearly it wasn't a bad choice because you won with the Twins. You won the chip with the Twins, so, I mean, clearly you made the right move there.
That was my downfall when we won with the Twins because I was expecting it to be like that every year. And then
that's a champion.
In '92, we if it was the wild card back then it was only 2 divisions, East and West, and we won like 92 games or something like that my second year in '92, but Oakland beat us by like a game or something like that, and we missed the playoffs, and then it was all downhill after that. We had losing seasons every year after that, so it got tough, and I wanted to win, so luckily I got traded to the Yankees.
Chuck, Frankie here. I got a question for you. When you look back at your whole career, because obviously you played more years with Minnesota than New York, what do you call yourself? Do you call yourself a Twin? Do you call yourself a Yankee?
Well, Twins people won't be happy to hear it. I don't think Yankees people give a shit. But, I mean, I finished my career. I mean, I went to the Royals my last year in 2002, but really finished my career in New York. And once a Yankee, always a Yankee. I've never heard anybody say once a Twin, always a Twin.
That's fucking awesome.
Well
That is
said.
fucking
Well
awesome.
said.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a lot easier to watch the Yankees than the Twins. But I mean, it's also the way I left Minnesota. A lot of people didn't understand what I was trying to do. I wasn't leaving for the money. I had a contract. I was just leaving to have the opportunity to win. Your career can only last so long. So that window was shutting. I was after 7 years in Minnesota. So a lot of people, they gave me a hard time and didn't really like me too much when I left. So
Well, we liked you
it's
here,
definitely
buddy.
easier to be, follow the Yankees and the Twins because of that.
All right. I got one for you. If you had to pick one moment of, hey, rookie, welcome to the bigs, what would it have been?
That happened to me?
Yeah.
You know what? I was on a team. Not too many guys messed around. They didn't give me a hard time. They were all over me on a day-to-day basis, but they didn't do one thing that really was a rookie joke or whatever like that. But they didn't make me dress up like a girl or
Which Frank is
anything
going to
like
be
that,
doing
which-
next
Yeah,
week.
which he
Frank-
did later. But I don't really have one. Sorry about that. But I don't have like a rookie moment.
Fair enough.
I mean, other than, I guess, my first game, well, actually, on the field, my first game, I dropped the ball at second base, and Jack Morris freaking yelled his ass off at me. I went, "Shoot the ball!" So that was welcome to the big leagues, I guess.
This is Vern here. I got a question for you. Who did you hate to play with? Who's the biggest dickhead teammate that you ever had?
Ooh, I could say plenty, but I don't think I'll give it up.
You didn't play with A-Rod,
There's a
obviously.
Yankee or two in there.
It's a Yankee?
There's a Yankee or two in there.
Yeah, I'm sure there
I'm
is.
sure.
Can we get a little hint?
In Minnesota, I was too young to know the difference, so I don't have any twins.
Can we get a little hint?
A little hint.
No.
You know what? That's all the hint I need. I won't say anything because I don't want to
No, said.
speculate, but I
I read between those lines.
yeah.
I have a question. How would you describe the Yanks and the Sox?
Blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
not
Really?
that, it's not
From a
that
media
serious.
standpoint, I mean, it's in the fan standpoint. I get it. I was not involved in it, then I was involved in it, and then not involved in it. So it is a big deal. There's probably no other rivalry like it in baseball. But as a player, you can't get hyped up to face. Well, now it's different. You're facing a team, 19 times or whatever, 17, 18, 19 times in your division. So I mean, that's a lot of games. I mean, if Steinbrenner, if he had it his way, it would be like Sunday in the NFL where you're like cracking your head against a locker trying to get ready for the rest. That's the way Steinbrenner wanted it, just because he wanted to win every day, which is nothing wrong with that, and so do the players. But you can't get all like worked up over 2 or 3 games at any stretch. You play so many games. You think about 162 games, now that's a lot.
Definitely.
You get all amped up for like 3 in a row, and you'll wear yourself out. So it's fun to beat them. It sucks to lose to them, but you can't. I mean, you really got to try to treat it like another game.
What moment, I want to know 2 moments. What was that moment where you were like, wow, this life doesn't get any better than this? And what was that moment where you were like, holy shit, life doesn't get any worse than this?
Probably both in New York. Well, I mean, it was great in '91 when we won. That was a good moment. But winning in New York is a little bit different. '98, just like we're about to, we didn't clinch at home. We clinched in San Diego. I mean, we won it, not clinch, but we won it in San Diego, the World Series. But just being in New York, looking around, everybody going crazy, taking that moment in was a special moment. And then, of course, obviously I had a lot of bad times in New York, but I wouldn't trade anything. So that's like the lowest moment probably. So, but it was all right. It's all good. I love New York. Love the fans, and that was ancient history now. So,
What's your favorite Yank Sox moment? For you, your favorite.
Red Sox moment?
Yankee Red Sox moment.
For me,
Yeah.
when I was playing,
Yeah.
probably for me personally, I led off 2 games in a row at Fenway with a home run.
I'll take it.
And and the first game, I hit it, and then Jeter hit one the next pitch.
Oh,
That's awesome.
The next day, I hit one, and then I think Jeter made an out or something, and then O'Neill hit one out. So we had 2 runs, 2 quick runs in the first inning, 2 games in a row. So that was pretty good. Yankee Red Sox moment. There's a lot of them, though. I mean, playing them in the ALCS at home, coming up with a hit or something like that, it's good. It's always good to do well against your rivalry.
Especially the fucking Sox.
How is your relationship with Derek Jeter?
Good. I mean, I don't talk to him that much, but I mean, we were pretty tight. My first year in New York in '98, I was married, so I really didn't get a chance to go out or anything. And in '99, I wasn't married anymore. And, me and him went out a little bit and hung out. So we were pretty tight, and then everything was good. I mean, it's a weird thing in baseball. You know, even in the off season, you don't really talk to your guys if you're playing, and then once you're out of the game, it's kind of hard to keep up with people. I mean, you can. If you really wanted to reach out and get a hold of somebody, I guess you probably could try to and could, but there's no sense in it. I see those guys, once every couple years or whatever, and say hello to them and things like that. But as far as keeping tabs on them, I really don't do that.
Yeah, honestly, in '99, when you used to go out with Derek Jeter, did it help you get laid? Did you get some bitches because of that, or what?
Stop you a second.
Hold on. Let me follow that up with how many threesomes did you guys have? Because I know there's some freaks on them streets. So, is there a story you could give?
No, zero. He wasn't like that. He had his own plan.
Stingy motherfucker.
He was flying solo when I came to that.
Just what I thought. Greedy
I
bastard.
think it was Mariah Carey back then, no?
In '98 it was. I remember in spring training seeing her, meeting her, whatever. But after that, it was.
Did you ever try to sneak her? Yeah, 'cause I would have personally. But question: what was it like to play for Joe Torre as a manager?
It was good. I mean, he was a guy you could respect easily because he played in the big leagues for a number of years, had a bunch of good seasons and some bad seasons. Hit anywhere from 220 to 330 or whatever, so he could relate with you on many different levels. And he knew what it took to in the grind of baseball season. So he was I had plenty of conversations with him, but he was a guy that you could really turn to. He's like a father. He's a manager. He had advice for you. He knew when to, tell you something you didn't want to hear, and knew when to pat you on the back. So he was pretty good. I mean, he managed the Yankees really well. I mean, and it's a credit to him, and it's a credit to the guys that I play with, because everybody, checked their egos at the door if they had one, and were focused on winning. So, we wanted to do well for him, and luckily we did a lot. So,
who's the better manager, him or Tom Kelly?
What's that?
Who's the better manager? And not necessarily the better manager, but who's the one that
they
were both no nonsense.
Better personality was Joe Torre. I think they both had their strengths. Kelly, was a really good, in spring training and practice manager. He really got us ready, and that was good for me being a young guy. I mean, we did a lot of fundamental work. And when I got to the Yankees, I mean, everybody had really played for a number of years, so you don't really have to focus too much on that. So they each had their, you're comparing like, a cannon to like a BB gun when you're talking about the Yankees and Twins. I mean, that's just the way it is. Large market versus small market. The largest market versus one of the smaller markets. So you're Joe Torre sitting on the bench of the Yankees. You got a lot more at your, you got a lot more of your arsenal. A lot more power to do different things, pinch run or pinch hit or hit and run or whatever. And we didn't hit and run that much. But Tom Kelly, with the Twins, we had to create runs where stealing bases, bunting people over, getting people over, hitting to the right side, stuff like that. So it's just totally two different games. Even though you're still on the same field, you just don't have the firepower to work with when you're managing the Twins. And that's just the way it is. I mean, it's not talking bad about them, but it's just the market that they're in.
Since you played with Girardi, what do you think of him as a manager?
I don't know him as a manager.
You don't?
I just know him from watching on TV.
How do you feel
to
about
me,
the way
to
he
me, it'd
manages?
be weird playing for him because I wouldn't. That's just
it'd be weird.
Out of my brain. I wouldn't be able to play for somebody that
I think about that too.
Somebody used to party with and get fucked up with.
I think about that too. Like all these guys that have played with him. Like how do you really like Posada? How do you? I mean, Posada took his job.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're doing it.
That's gotta be weird, right?
I don't know. Yeah, it is very weird. I don't know how I would handle it, but it would be tough. That'd be really tough because, there's a line got to be drawn by Girardi and by you as a player if you played with them. So that's an interesting situation. I haven't really ever talked to those guys about that and see how it is. But I mean, he seems to be doing a fairly nice job. So must be working somehow.
Towards the end of your career, your arm, you couldn't throw. You weren't as accurate. What happened? Do you?
If I knew,
He'd still
we'd be
playing.
lottery winners, bro.
You just lost it like that.
Idea. I mean, it's one of those things where something happened and I couldn't correct it, and I didn't know how to correct it. I worked hard at it, and it just wasn't happening. So I have no idea. I can't even answer that.
Do you feel that shortened your career?
Probably. But, everything happens for a reason, and, it was my time. I was ready to go. I have no regrets,
How about the transition to left? How about moving to left field? Did that bother you?
That was fun.
It was fun.
That was something, new after, 10 years of playing.
Yeah.
That was something I had to really start thinking about what to do out there in different situations, and, you're thrown to different bases and stuff like that. So I had a good time with it. I enjoyed it.
Did you think that Derek Jeter would be Derek Jeter?
Do what? I'm sorry?
Did you think that Derek Jeter would be Derek Jeter? 3,000 hits.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
saw
he
that?
was a lifer for the Yankees. This whole contract thing that happened, that was kind of funny. I was sitting back laughing at it.
That
Like
was
they weren't going to really
ridiculous.
re-sign him,
That was
Do you
ridiculous.
honestly think he's worth that much money at his age right now?
He's hitting
Well,
300.
he's kind of proven it this year. He had a tough year last year, but he's really picked it up. I think he was hitting 300, right at around 300, and he's still you can't really count what he brings to the team, the intangibles that he brings, just the presence of him in the lineup, in the locker room, on the field. But he was always a guy that I knew was going to be a lifer, and couldn't really see him playing anywhere else.
Not to mention the
And
girls'
I mean, he was banging out hits when I was around, or he's been banging out hits since his rookie year. So it was only a matter of time before he got that. And the same thing with Mariano. I mean, those guys have a really good work ethic and obviously very good players. And when you start playing, when the years start piling up, those numbers start getting bigger and bigger, and you achieve these goals. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all by their achievements.
Do you still watch a lot of baseball? Do you follow it?
If I'm at home, like I'm just chilling at home right now, and I got the Yankee game on, and I haven't really flipped it around, but I do. If I'm at home, I'll watch it. I don't really say I got to be home for the Yankee game or be home for a playoff game or something like that, but I still enjoy watching it.
Who do you got in the
Boring real
series?
quick, but it's all right.
What do you got for the World Series?
Man, I've been saying for like a month the Yankees and Braves for some reason, so I'm
Yeah,
going
the
to stick
Braves.
with that. But you never know. That's why the playoffs are so good, is because Rangers, Tigers, anybody's capable of winning, and the Braves might even get in it. These last two games, I don't know what's going on right now, but I'll look as we talk. But for some reason, I just think Yankees Braves, because I want to see the Yankees in it, obviously, and I'm pretty good friends with Dan Ugla, so I want to see him get in the World Series and
Second
get a chance.
baseman.
So I'm kind of rooting for the Braves through Ugla.
How'd that one come along?
Yeah.
What's that?
How'd that friendship with Ugla come along?
Last year, wait, not this year, not 2011, but 2010 at the Super Bowl when it was in Miami. I was down there. I have a club that I own down there, and he came in. He became friends with the guy that runs my club, and then he introduced me, and we hung out for the Super Bowl, and the rest is history.
That's real cool.
Hey, how do we
No,
get?
he's a good dude. He reminds me of me on and off the field, except for the home runs.
So how do we get tickets to this here club? I mean, can we get some VIP passes or something?
Oh yeah, where are you guys?
We're in New York.
New York.
Well, you gotta
Upstate
get
New
to
York.
Miami first.
Oh, well, we'll come to Miami. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
I will be at WrestleMania next year in Miami, so I'll see you there.
Okay, well you're gonna have to let me know. I'll look it up.
You got it.
So, do you think Mariano is the best closer ever?
I would say so. I mean,
Hey, honestly,
I mean,
that's not a dumbass fucking question.
Yeah, that was a
I mean, 42 saves in the playoffs and World Series. I mean, that's pretty strong.
Yeah,
And he's been fairly healthy and been able to play for a long time. And like I said, when you do that, the saves start piling up.
How hard was the 2001 World Series?
That was rough.
That
We
was
should have
rough.
won it.
I
As bad as we
cried.
played, we still should have won it. We had the chance to win it, and we just couldn't do it. It wasn't meant to be, I guess. But man, I would have loved that fourth ring.
My brother is the biggest Yankee hater in the fucking world, and we shared a room. And he laughed and I cried simultaneously.
Yeah, I hear you.
I was so upset.
I probably cried too.
I didn't get to sleep. I didn't get to sleep that whole night because he was just popping hella shit. And
Well,
he-
that's 1 year out of how many?
I know.
Exactly. There
And,
you go.
and he was like a fucking Mariner fan or some shit. So
Oh, he's a joke then.
You should see the kid. He looks like Free Willy.
come on, he does,
Big
but
Willie.
he does. That's a fact. But how would you describe the playoff atmosphere?
Oh, it's electric, that's for sure.
Electric,
When you run out there
especially
that
in New
first
York.
game, I mean, the Yankee fans are totally into it. Damn, Swisher just went deep. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
No, he didn't. He caught it.
False hope.
No, it's a great atmosphere. I
Yeah.
mean, the fans get you pumped up, and you're definitely ready when you run out there for that first playoff game. It's hard to describe, but it's definitely a high.
It's obviously different from regular season.
Oh yeah, there's more intensity from pitch to pitch. Every pitch counts. So they're definitely different than the regular season.
Do you ever get called back for like old timers days and stuff like that?
Not really officially. You know, I don't really think I'm old enough to go back.
They had
No,
Tino.
Well,
Yeah, they got Tino and O'Neill and
Yeah.
Bernie playing.
Yeah, that's all. Those guys are all right. Whatever.
Yeah, it's
But Homer
John
Bush
Flaherty.
going back to play, he looks like he's 30 years old out there, man.
And he's looking for a job. That's why he's playing. He's out there stealing
I don't know.
bases.
But I don't get it going back. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think
you wouldn't, or they haven't
No,
asked.
I would, but I think the time has to be right. I don't think I'm 43 years old, man. That's like not old,
Not all that.
No.
you know. So
Did you
when I
still
was
have?
with the Yankees, you're seeing these old guys like your 60s or 70s. That's old timers day. You know, not I've been done playing for 3 years. Let me go back to old timers day. You know, I don't think the Yankees are struggling so much to get players to come back. There's tons of them.
You got to
But I mean,
think.
some of these guys coming back too soon, man.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to see Whitey Ford throw a pitch. He'd probably break a hip or
Nah,
something.
but you got to think they're playing towards the younger crowd now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Well, because the
new
younger crowd.
The new Steinbrenners are just businessmen, I'd say,
Yeah.
more than anything else. More than how their father ran it, as his first passion was winning. They said it to begin with. They were in it for the money. That it's a business.
No, I hear you.
I have a question. Did you have any left in the tank? Did you have?
I don't
anything
know.
left?
I was done.
You were just.
So I don't think back to that at all, man.
No.
Yeah, I turn the page. That's one thing I do. When I make a decision, I'm done.
Yeah, I feel.
I mean, I haven't looked back over my shoulder at all. I don't miss it. You know, I still enjoy watching, like I said, and you know, but I don't miss anything about it. I left it all out there, man.
Have you
Let
played
me
any?
get up out of here, bro. I'll get back on with you guys sometime.
Thank you very much, Chuck.
Yeah, hopefully that was good.
Thank you for all your time. It was awesome.
No, all right. Be
Chuck,
in touch.
Chuck, I just want to say this much. Fuck Keith Olbermann and his mom. They're goddamn communists. We love you, man.
Thank you, bro. Love you guys too.
Have a good night.
All right, bro. Take care.
Thank you.